MSI's Z390 ACE motherboard is one of their more premium options in their Z390 lineup. So let's take a look and find out what features are on offer and if it's a board you should consider buying. The ATX board has a nice clean black and grey metallic colour scheme. There's some RGB lighting above one of the heatsinks. They're calling it Mystic Light Infinity, because it has an effect that makes it look like it goes deeper than the space available. This can be controlled using MSI's LightSync software. In total, there are 29 different effects, but you can always turn it off if you prefer. As for rear I/O, from left to right, there are BIOS flashback and clear CMOS buttons, 4 USB 2.0 Type A ports, Gigabit Ethernet, 5 USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A ports, a single USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type C port, 2 Wi-Fi antenna connectors, and audio jacks. The black and red I/O shield is also pre-installed on the board, making installation easier. At the center of the board is the LGA 1151 socket, which supports both Intel 8th Gen and 9th Gen CPUs. And for my testing, I'm using an i7-8700K. Next to the socket are the 4 memory slots, which run in dual channel, and can support up to 64GB of memory at up to DDR4 4500 speeds with overclocking. In my system, I'm just running 2 sticks of T-Force Nighthawk CL16 memory from Team Group at DDR4 3200. As for the PCIe 3.0 slots, from the top down there's an X16 slot with 16 lanes via the CPU, 2 PCIe X1 slots with 1 lane via the PCH, X16 slot with 8 lanes via the CPU, third X1 slot with 1 lane via the PCH, then finally down the bottom an X16 slot with 4 lanes via the CPU. The board also supports either 2-way SLI or 3-way crossfire, and the 3 X16 slots are also reinforced with metal. There are 3 M.2 slots around the PCIe slots, and the top one supports slightly longer drives, while the bottom one is cooled by the included heat shield. All 3 M.2 slots are wired for 4 lanes of PCIe 3.0 via the chipset. However, installing drives will disable different SATA ports. You can check which get disabled in the manual. As for internal I/O, along the top of the board there are 2 8-pin power connectors, CPU and pump fan headers, 2 RGB headers, and a debug LED. Along the right hand side there's 6 SATA 3 connectors, internal USB 3.1 Gen 1 header, 2 internal USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type C headers, ATX 24-pin power connector, and 2 system fan headers towards the top. Finally, along the bottom from left to right, there's the front panel audio, 3rd system fan header, a couple more RGB headers, 4th system fan header, 2 internal USB 2.0 headers, 2nd USB 3.1 Gen 1 header, front panel connectors, followed by the power and reset switch, with a dial for overclocking. Last but not least, the 5th and final system fan header is found just above the top M.2 slot. Using the SATA ports, there's supports for RAID 0, 1, 5, and 10, while the M.2 slots support RAID 0, 1, and 5. The Wi-Fi antenna can be attached to the back of the board, and supports up to 802.11ac Wi-Fi with Intel Wireless AC 9560. To boot into the BIOS, simply press the delete key during boot. It's the same as other MSI boards I've used, so easy to navigate through and make changes. And I had no issues while updating to the latest version noted here, which is what I was testing with. The BIOS can be upgraded easily by copying the update files onto a USB stick, plugging it in, and pressing the BIOS flashback button on the back of the board. It just takes a few minutes to complete, and it's a great feature to have. With Z390, you've got the option of overclocking too. The overclocking dial found on the bottom left corner of the motherboard starts at a default of 0, and can literally be turned up to 11. Each increment applies different frequency and voltage automatically after you reboot. The amount will differ between CPUs. For the 8600K I'm using here, these are the values we're looking at. But I just went ahead with my usual manual 5.0 GHz overclock without any issues. Here's what we're looking at in terms of VRM temperatures at idle, and with the CPU under AIDA64 stress test at stock, and overclocked to 5 GHz on all 6 cores, with an ambient room temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. For up-to-date pricing, check the links in the description, as prices will change over time. At the time of recording, in the US it's going for $270 US, while here in Australia it's 479 Australian dollars. So what did you guys think about MSI's Z390 ACE motherboard? I like how it looks and it's got great features, but these come at a cost, as this is one of MSI's more premium Z390 options at the moment, so it depends on what you're after in a board. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new here, get subscribed for future tech videos like this one.